The lights of downtown reflect. And nothing.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverly. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's George in at the 2. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. George finds Beverly. From downtown, George, no good. McCollum, left side. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Morris. Here's Beverly. That one a little long. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Oh, you can't give any lane to the basket. Once Lillard sees it, he jumps all over.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers.
And Jusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
It's McCollum with the drive. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Outside, George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Lillard. That one, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. And the dunk by Powell.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Zubac kicks to George. Morris outside. From outside, off the mark.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Clippers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And George, here we go. And he makes good on the layup.
And this is why you get George the ball there. He's solid at figuring out how to capitalize.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Lets a floater go. It's stolen by Morris. George against McCollum. A nice shot by George. It's a tie ball game.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have, man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Leonard finds Kennard. Over McCollum. And that one is off. Now Portland takes it the other way. Anthony, the pass to McCollum. Cantor with it. He's covered by Leonard. Inside. Nice move. Covington. And it's sent back by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the blocks.
And it's blocked by Ibaka. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka for the Trailblazers. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson in for McCollum. The Clippers also changing it up. And checked in. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson.
Oh, he's one of the best passing fives in the game. I mean, think about this. Cousin doesn't get enough credit for being unselfish on the floor.
Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
And he makes both free throws. Now Jackson. That will count. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And still a close game as the first quarter. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverley in at the point guard. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball, following Marcus Morris's three.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Beverley dishes to George to the right side. Wide open look here for Zubac. That ball's nice feed that time from George.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Pass to Canner. Missed inside.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And George gets it to go.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Here's Anthony. Paul George making his last shot. Simons, the pass to Anthony. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Now here's Beverley. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Powell against George. Stolen by Cantor. He's got a clear path. Here's Collins. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Powell finds Cantor. Back to Powell. Deflects the pass. Right side, Batum. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And he commits the intentional foul. So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. McCollum comes in for Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now, here's Lillard. Here's Collins, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
This is what Collins is going to give you, energy. Because of this, he draws these type of fouls.
Hey, Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
And Jackson is a genius at finishing on his drives. He just has so many tricks up his sleeve.
Lillard with it, guarded now by Jackson. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic, and stolen by Cousins. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Oh, as good as he is at creating his own shot, Kennard is also a solid distributor. Doesn't miss the open man when he spots him.
Lillard surveying the D. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's McCollum. And the layup's good off the glass. McCollum's got 8.
Gotta respect the speed of McCollum. Fantastic at knifing through the defense and beating them to the bucket.
Pass to Ibaka. Kicks to Leonard. 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Second chance shot. Ibaka, the pass to Cousins. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Covington down low. Here's McCollum. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in two. And that's...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists.
Well, we all know that Daniel can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Here's Powell. After the Clippers pick up 2, Covington kicks to McCollum. Now the pass to Powell. Lillard outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Covington. Lillard outside. And a wide open look for McCollum. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
You got to know McCollum is looking to fire off the pass. This is why you must play up on him.
Outside, George. On the wing, Morris. Passes it to Zubac. Up and in on the layup. Zubac has got 8.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. To the paint. Here's Covington. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Covington's got his first basket.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. That makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Now, here is Morris. Back to George. He kicks to Beverly. George with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's Simons. Pass to Jones. Here's Simons. Pass to Cantor. Now here's Hollis Jefferson. Kicks to Anthony for the lead. Cantor. It's good on the putback.
Oh, he's a great presence to have near the bucket. Cantor's going to go after every rebound. And when he gets his hands on that, that's what happens.
Outside Leonard. And the pass to Kennard. Now here's Jackson. Defense is right there. No good from Cousins. Portland leading. Hollis Jefferson in the post. Kennard covering. And the rejection by Cousins.
And the defense of Cousins making his presence known with the quick leaping ability which he uses to block shots.
Anthony, the pass to Cantor. Here's Simons. Back to Cantor. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Passes to Cousins. Back to Jackson. Trying to get something going. He lays it in.
And Jackson is very good at catching the D off guard, especially inside where he needs to be fast and getting that shot off.
Simons surveying the D. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. A different look now for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Hollis Jefferson. Now, here's Zubac. He's got 8. Pass to Kennard. From deep three-point range, he can't hit that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now, here's Beverly. Following the miss by C.J. McCollum.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
McCollum with the ball. 10 points for him. And it's good for 2. McCollum's got 12 in the game. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Trailblazers lead. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Baca is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Cousins in at the 5, roaming the paint. He can't get that one. Excellent D from Kanter. The Trailblazers shooting not great, 40% for the game. Hollis Jefferson passes to Anthony.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as the third scoring option for the team.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Kanter. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simon. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Morris comes in for Serge Ibaka. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Here's McCollum. Nurkic trying to get open. McCollum no good.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the...
That is just nasty.
The athleticism on that finish.
No.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Pass to Nurkic. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
The closer Nurkic is to the basket, the more dangerous he is. A solid interior scorer.
And they go to the intentional foul. So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Little in for Powell. Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Clippers. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And the basket by Lillard.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Kanter. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Beverley finds Leonard. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Over in the corner, Beverley. The three from George. And basket number 6 to the stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch, and he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Here's Lillard. There's the dish to Kanter.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
First free throw is good.
One of my favorite trash talkers in the NBA, Kanter never really shies away from taking jabs at opponents, and I think his teammates like that.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Norman Powell comes in for Little. And it's Simons in for McCollum. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Patrick Beverley. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
That one drops for him.
Gotta admire the passion Lillard plays, but he knows he loves having the ball in his hands.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Big stakes, big bucket. Ibaka showing he has the mettle to rise to the challenge.
Jackson against Lillard. And here's George. Leonard attacking, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
Lillard against Jackson. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Feeds it to Leonard. Jumps up. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Lillard dishes to Covington. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard attacking. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Kicks it out to Leonard. This one for 3. Nails the triple.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Jackson passes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Nobody near George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Lillard from outside. The putback is no good. Now here's Leonard. So the Clippers with the win. They seem to... Thank you, David. Great interview. Giles is out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Denver, we've got Murray. Jokic is out there with Bol. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Gordon in at the small forward. Now, here's Bol. Murray, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Here's Giles. 2 on the clock. And it's off from three-point range. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Portland. Here's Lillard. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Porter against McCollum. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And it's Jokic missing. The Trailblazers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game.
And drafted with the...
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all. Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Here's Murray. Up and in with the jumper near the hoop. Murray's got his second bucket tonight.
And the confidence oozing from Murray. Just so efficient from the interior.
Lillard, the pass to Giles. Lillard attacking. He kicks it to Powell. Murray against Lillard. Denver leading by 6. Gordon inside. Powell on him, and there it is for him.
The inside is where Gordon is really most comfortable and effective. Very few defenders can get to a shot given how high he gets up on it.
Here's Lillard. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Well, you knew it eventually was going to happen. I mean, my goodness, a tight start to this one, but maybe that'll ignite some more buckets to be made.
Now here's Gordon. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. A different look for Denver. Millsap comes in for Bol. And Monte Morris subbed in for Michael Porter. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Giles. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
You can't afford to lose sight of Jokic, not even for a second. This guy's always a threat to hurt you on the offensive boards.
And the basket by McCollum.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Jokic finds Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Hey, listen, Gordon once jumped over a mascot while putting the ball under his legs in a dunk contest. I mean, he's one of the most ridiculous athletes and dunkers we have in the game.
Now here's McCollum. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
Here's Murray after Enes Kanter's basket. Here's Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
Yeah, you know, one of the things I like about Paul Millsap is he's relentless. There's no let up when he's out there. I mean, he goes after every ball.
McCollum against Murray. McCollum kicks to Anthony. Kanter, the pass to McCollum. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Denver in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break.
When I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Little out there with Anthony. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point. Pass to Hollis-Jefferson. Anthony down low, defending, and that one's good, Anthony.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
And here is Morris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Banked in off the glass. Morris has got the lead back up to 9 now for the Nuggets. The Trailblazers shooting just 31% in the game. Passes it to Simons. It's Hollis-Jefferson, top of the key. Up top, Kanter. Now, Hollis-Jefferson. Back to Kanter. And stolen by Barton. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And here's Millsap from the arc. Little with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 9. And the foul on Will Barton. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Rivers in for Monte Morris. Portland also making some changes. Nurkic checked in for Kanter. Collins comes in for Little. And Lillard subbed in for Hollis-Jefferson. Nurkic finds Anthony. Barton against Lillard.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Rivers passes to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Back to Lillard. Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star for last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play, excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. The Nuggets leading by 9. Rivers passes to Bull. Over Collins. And he overshot that one, missing.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Here's Anthony. Lays it up off the glass.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Rivers passes to Dozier. And here's Barton. The pass to Millsap. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Millsap's got his second basket of the game. Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Nurkic. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Millsap has the open look, and it's Portland with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Out to Anthony. Simons surveying the D. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Rivers passes to Barton. From past the arc. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Here's Simons. Here's Simons. And so it's Denver holding on to an 8. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following him.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Denver was looking great right away. They strung together several impressive trips down the floor to open things up with. Thanks for joining.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Cole is out there with Jokic. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Murray. And it's Porter in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They've held a 12-point lead early. Bull, the pass to Gordon. He feeds it to Bull. That one good for 2. Bull's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Denver.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Lillard attacking, and that's a foul called on Bull. That is his first foul of the game. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Powell inside. He's against Gordon. Stolen by Gordon. Bull with it. Pass to Murray. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. To the inside. And it's Bull that time on the assist by Jokic. And it's a 12-point Nugget lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Gordon. Tips it, and the second chance effort by Gordon. Gordon's got his third basket of the night.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic, which struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, GA. Denver making a switch here. Morris has checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Simons has checked in. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game, because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and yeah. Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Murray kicks to Porter. Pass to Jokic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
Both good from the line that time.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Here's Simons, covered by Morris. And it's Simons missing. The Nuggets leading by 14. Dozier passes to Jokic. Morris outside. Pass to Dozier. Nurkic with the steal. Powell dishes to Nurkic. It's rebounded by Dozier. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Outside for Millsap. To the middle. Here's Jokic. And it goes down 2 points. Jokic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Tough shot that time by Jokic, finishing through contact. Great display of power and strength.
Up again, and the second chance effort by McCollum.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Millsap with the steal. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the third. Morris passes to Millsap. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Another miss by Jokic.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Good defense by Jokic.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Trailblazers trail by 16. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that 2-hander.
Lillard against Murray. And the basket by Lillard.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility. And, boy, he can strike at any time.
Here's Bull. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Denver enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for Portland, tearing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Collins, and it's Cantor in at the pivot, manning the middle. Lillard attacking. Collins, good.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Morris kicks to Millsap. Now the pass to Dozier. Back to Millsap. Clock at 6. Here's McGee. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Back to Lillard. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't have it.
A nice shot by Dozier.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Barton against McCollum. Denver leading by 12. Morris with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Here's Barton. This is to Millsap. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
Ball's knocked loose. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That's his first foul. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Portland also making some changes. Giles checked in for Enes Kanter. And it's Powell in for Collins. Lillard the pass to Giles. Back to Lillard. No good on the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Stolen. And now it's Giles running. He can go all the way. And McCollum with the slam.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
Murray dishes to Porter. Back to Murray. Here's the 3. The shot, no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And it's McCollum in the corner. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Porter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
You know, as a youth player, Porter's talent was undeniable. Unquestionable, really, but he suffered through some injuries. He didn't get a lot of time on the court in college, and he entered the 2018 draft with a lot to prove.
Nurkic checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Pass to Pop. Here's Giles. Jokic defending. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Down low and stolen by Bull. Outside Porter. And another miss by Denver. Trailblazers trail by 14. McCollum with the ball. Now defended by Jokic.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Shoots from the line. Here's Bull. Pass to Jokic. And the dunk by Bull.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Nuggets.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jokic.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Here's McCollum. And that one drops for him.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Murray, the pass to Gordon. Now here's Murray. Passes it to Jokic. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
There it is, the Staples Center. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Cole is out there with Gordon. Then there's Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter at the shooting guard position. And for Los Angeles, they've got Paul George. Batum is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Zubac. Pass to George. Morris trying to free himself up, and it's Denver with the rebound.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
George finds Beverley. Back to George. Launches it. That shot, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way.
And, guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Now, here's Beverley following the miss by Jokic. George looking over the floor. Passes it to Zubac. Trying to find Batum. He's got it now. Outside, George. Shot clock at 3. Lets it go from the wing. That doesn't go either for George.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Outside for Murray. Over George. Murray, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Morris. Denver grabs the miss. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. He dishes it to Bol. A putback. And Murray with the second chance points.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Now, here's George. Over in the corner, Batum. Back to George. Clippers moving the ball around. Oh, that's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Stolen by Zubac. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Now, here's Millsap. Dishes it to McGee. Now Bart back to McGee. Shoots over Cousins. McGee's shot is off. The Clippers trail. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And Ibaka slams it in.
And don't kid yourself about Cousins. He has the ability to see the whole floor, and he's willing to share the wealth.
Now, here is Morris. And the rejection by Cousins. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Kennard kicks to Jackson. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Here's McGee. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Outside Jackson. Millsap against Ibaka. Over Millsap. Good work defensively by Millsap. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
And the rejection by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
That one falls.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Dozier's checked in.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go down.
Now, here is Morris. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Stolen by Jackson. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
Morris dishes to Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized forward.
Jackson with it. He got it up, and that one released in time, but no good. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point. Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jokic comes in for JaVale McGee, and Murray's subbed in for Monte Morris. Zubac the pass to Beverly. Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. Fires from the line. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic just got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Murray with the jam.
Can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. He really turns on the Jets in the open floor.
Outside, George. The dish to Morris. Kicks it to Beverly. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Here's Murray following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Jokic with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Porter kicks to Gordon. Misses the 3.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Beverly finds George. No good from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And this is a guy who just naturally draws fouls at a very high rate. That time Porter takes him off the bounce.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And Porter drops them both. Clippers trail by 3. Jackson passes to Leonard. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Out to Ibaka. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And from that mid-range area, Serge gotten pretty reliable.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. That still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
The towering presence that is Ball, good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Rivers comes in for Gordon. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Now, here's Kennard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. The pass to Ibaka. Kennard kicks to Leonard. 4 on the shot clock. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Morris passes to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 5. And here's Kennard. Releases from 15. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he hit 72% of his foul shots a season ago, but I'm not sure he's real thrilled with those numbers. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Clippers trail by 5. Outside Leonard. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the half. Cousins, the pass to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. 6 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and that one is good from Zubac.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Morris against Kennard. Here's Morris. Shoots over Zubac. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Basket. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period. That's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been quite a game for Bol Bol.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Porter is out there with Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Bol. And it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. Can't get the layup.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Porter.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Murray surveying the D. He kicks it to Bol. Inside, here's Jokic, and that one good.
And at 7'2", Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Beverly dishes to George. To the inside, Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Murray. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Porter. For the tie, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. George has got it all tied up now for Los Angeles. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. He feeds it to Bol. Tips it up, and Murray with his second chance points. Murray's got 7.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now, here's Beverly. No points in the game yet for him. Zubac kicks to George. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations, logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Here's Morris. Here's McGee. Lays it up off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Ibaka outside. Pass to Leonard. And a missed layup.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
It's good. And now a 6-point Nugget lead.
Smart play call. Paul Millsap deadly once he gets the ball inside.
Leonard looking over the floor. Another miss by Leonard. The Nuggets have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. It's stolen by Ibaka. Now the Clippers moving it up. Kennard the pass to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Morris outside. And the rejection by Cousins. Leonard inside. Yep, it counts. Now just a 2-point Nugget lead.
Attacking, trying to get good looks. Give Kawhi credit. He finds one.
And it's McGee atop the key. Wants to get it to Barton and does. And Barton throws it down.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Big group substitution here for Denver. For Denver, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. That free throw good from Barton. The Clippers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. On the wing, but 2. 34 seconds left in the third. Pass to Cousins. Just 5 on the clock. Morris kicks to Cousins. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Clippers making a switch here. George is checked in. The Nuggets leading by 5. Now, here is Morris. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Passes to Millsap. The feed now to McGee. The pass to Dozier. Morris inside.
I love the way George can move his feet and challenge the shot without fouling.
And we've reached the end of the third. Nuggets lead by 5. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Clippers trail by 5. We've got Marcus Morris. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
The consummate team player, Paul George, is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
Zubats, bounce pass. The 10-footer. And it's George missing. The Nuggets leading by 4. Pass to Bowl. Leonard with the steal. Now George to the paint. And the call on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Dozier passes to Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Leonard finds Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. George passes to Leonard. And here's Beverly. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
That's just being out of sync, and at the worst time, costly.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubats. Porter's checked in for the Nuggets. Murray outside. That one doesn't go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
Yeah, they collect one there, but overall, -10 rebounding for the game.
Such a crafty score. Nice pump fake by Leonard to draw the foul.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. And the Nuggets making a change here. Barton's checked in. Leonard hits them both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Murray dishes to Porter. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Good work defensively by Morris. Up the floor. Jokic with the steal. Gordon goes in.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
And he makes the first. Zubats is checked in for the Clippers. Gordon hits both of them. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 3. Pass to Morris to tie it up. Sinks the three-pointer. Morris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, important points from Morris. And when he's feeling it, will step up and take control.
Murray outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He drops the first one, and that gives them the lead.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for Patrick Beverly. Leonard against Barton. To the middle. Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And Barton throws it down.
Well, not only can Jokic get some steals, but he's such a great passer. He gets the break going with the quick outlet.
Kennard, the pass to Leonard. 1:30 left in the game. Zubac kicks to Leonard. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in, and Denver also making a switch. Holes checked in, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. And Murray, here we go. Passes it to Jokic. Comes up empty down low. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Leonard. Count!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Murray outside. And there's the pass to Jokic. Yes!
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Pass to Leonard. Inside. And Ibaka kicks to George. A 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Kennard against Murray. Back to Porter. Paul George with the steal. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. George passes to Leonard. Takes the 3. No good on the shot. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
You're looking live and down at... We are...
Well, guys, I'm very...
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center locking down the middle. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Morris in at the small forward position. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
It's his first trip to the line. And so McCollum nails both of them. And here is Los Angeles now.
Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
Now Covington. Paul George missing from long range. Nurkic dishes to Covington. Kicks it out to McCollum. A three-pointer off the mark. Here now the Clippers. Back to George. Shoots over Powell. Beverley finds George. Here's Beverley. Clock at 6. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Batum passes to Morris. Hits the three-point bomb.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Now, here is Morris. George dishes to Beverley. Back to George. The Clippers need to get off a shot. No good from Zubac.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
McCollum kicks to Powell. Nurkic trying to get open. Off target at the rim. Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. George passes to Batum. Now here is George. Rebounded by Covington. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. It's stolen by Morris. And now the Clippers on the break. Batum's running. Knocked loose. Dishes it to Morris. Covington against Batum. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
And so Beverley will bring it up for Los Angeles. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. To the inside and stolen by Cousins. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles, and Leonard gets it to go.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Simons. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Hollis Jefferson kicks to Cantor, and Portland turns it over again.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. 1:12 left to play in the first quarter. Down low, Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Here's Simons. Here's Cantor. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Kennard on the wing. Kicks it out to Leonard. Fires from deep. Little with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 4. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, Enes Kanter continues to prove his worth, guys. An outstanding player on the offensive end.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And Los Angeles with some changes. Mann's checked in. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Portland also making some changes. Zach Collins comes in for Little. And it's Powell in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And here's Leonard. And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. That's his first foul. 9 seconds left to play in the first. Leonard, the pass to Beverley. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Now, this guy's ability to attack and be aggressive. Patrick Beverley in the painted area.
Leonard with the steal. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
One eye on the rim.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for the Clippers right now, we've got DeMarcus Cousins, Luke Kennard out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Mann in at the 3 slot. Just 4 to shoot. No good from Zubac.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
The Trailblazers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He hits both from the stripe. Greg, so many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Back to Zubac. No stopping him there. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Batum with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And here's George for three. No good on that one. And it's Portland the other way.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post. And you look at Robert Covington, first team all defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
And it's McCollum off the drive. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
George dishes to Beverly. There's the pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Zubac kicks to Beverly. 6 to shoot. Pass to George. Over Lillard. And there's Paul George on the assist by Beverly. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside. A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Morris looking over the floor. Outside for George. From the baseline. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Simons the pass to Cannon. 1:24 left in the first half of basketball. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Back to Anthony. Shoots over Cousins. And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. LA's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Leonard draws the double. Back to Jackson. Pass to Leonard. He dishes it to Ibaka. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, you look at the frame and the physicality of Serge Ibaka. This guy is a hard-nosed player, and he finds a way to power through it.
Here's Hollis Jefferson, and he banks in the layup. Hollis Jefferson's got his first points in this one.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Outside Leonard. Back to Jackson. To the paint. Here's Ibaka. Kennard kicks to Jackson. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Little passes to Anthony. Nifty move. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Tie game in Los Angeles. And now we'll send it over to David. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a checking out the Clippers. Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
Number one takeaway is how well they're moving.
And that
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward.
This guy is such a tough cover in the pick and roll. Paul George threading the needle perfectly. Excellent pass.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard left side. Covington finds McCollum. Lillard outside. Covington trying to break free. It's hauled in by Beverly. The Clippers trail. And George, here we go. Count it.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Kicks it out to Covington. Now the dish to Nurkic. In the corner, Powell with it. Lillard outside. McCollum outside. Buried from 15 feet out. McCollum's got 11.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Morris kicks to George. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 6th rebound on the night. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Lillard. And now it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Passes it to Morris. From deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Covington's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. The pass to Simons. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Hollis Jefferson in the post. Kennard covering. Anthony's shot is off. Clippers trail by 5. Out to Ibaka. Pass to Kennard. Los Angeles with another miss.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Hollis Jefferson can't hit. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Shot's good by Ibaka.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Now here's Hollis Jefferson. D right on him. And the bucket is good. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Leonard dishes to Cousins. Outside for Jackson. The feed to Leonard. Over Little. And the shot is long.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Well, how about the improved passing of Mr. Hollis Jefferson? Using his size, he's right over the defense. Pretty.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. Leonard on the wing. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
George is checked in for Kennard. Portland also making some changes. Zach Collins checked in for Cantor. Norman Powell comes in for Little. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Hollis Jefferson.
Well, you think back to draft day in 2011. It was quiet then. It became loud as his career went on. But the Spurs get the draft rights to Kawhi Leonard on that day for George Hill. Incredible.
Here's McCollum. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with their leads. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Batuma's out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Morris outside. Goes up on the wing. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got 4 rebounds in this game. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Leonard, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Lillard against Beverly. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Clippers trail by 6. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Beverly for 3. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Now, they like to fly in at the last moment rather than establish position early.
McCollum passes to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Pass to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator. Beverly finds George. To the middle. Here's Zubac. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. McCollum feeling it out a bit. The rebound by Paul George. Clippers trail by 4.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Oh, good luck stopping that. Kawhi Leonard, huge, strong hands, in total command of the basketball. Go ahead.
Passes it to Nurkic. With the teardrop, and Lillard with a nice bucket inside. 8 points for Lillard.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Clippers. Portland also making some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Little in for McCollum. Here's Leonard. Feeds it to Morris. And George kicks to Leonard. The pass to Ibaka. Excellent D from Kanter. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's Little. Lillard dishes to Powell. Out to the right wing. Lillard outside. Empty that time from Leonard. Clippers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Outside for George. Dishes it to Morris. Back to George. Over Lillard. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
1:16 left in the fourth. Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. Tries from 16, and he connects with the jumper.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Lillard outside.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
George dishes to Morris. Outside for George. From outside the arc. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Morris against Lillard. It counts!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Leonard draws the double. And the wide open shot from Morris. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Outside, George buries it from outside.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic. Gordon out there with Michael Porter. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the one spot. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Giles, and it's Powell in at the three. Murray kicks to Gordon. Rebound by Nurkic. Here's McCollum. And the layup falls.
Well, as his confidence grows, McCollum gets himself into attack mode, and that's where his game goes to another level. Beautiful drive by the young phenom.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Here's Lillard. They get it back. Giles. Pass to McCollum. Porter with the steal. Barton passes to Jokic, and the layup's good off the glass. And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
And it's Murray, that time on the assist from Porter.
Murray fearless on that drive right there, not worried at all about the contact.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Unloads from 9, and the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got his second basket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Outside for Murray. Barton outside. Denver gets it back. Outside Porter. Barton in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Now the pass to Jokic. Porter outside. Trains the three-pointer.
Porter in a comfortable place there. He likes the passes being on target, and he stays perfect in rhythm with that, Jay.
Pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Shoots it. Giles kicks to Lillard. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
They get the rebound. Porter. Jokic against Nurkic. Jokic passes to Barton. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Here's Porter. Outside for Murray. Pass to Jokic. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And I like that from Murray. Not an extra dribble. Get the ball to the open teammate right away.
Lillard surveying the D. Up again. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Murray with it. Lillard picks him up. Barton wide open. He fires. Cans it from downtown.
And that's some nice rotation on the ball there from Barton. Looks totally calm rising up for threes.
Lillard finds McCollum. Looking to end the run. And stolen by Murray. And Porter, here we go. He's looking for... Oh!
Yeah.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
About time he got one to fall there. Before that, 6 straight misses to start this one.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Jokic, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Damian Lillard.
And Jokic, even though we look at his body and you don't think he plays physically, he can do that.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for Denver.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
It's hauled in by Jokic. Here's Dozier. Rivers stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. And so it's the Denver Nuggets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. I'll look at... Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals.
I look to the times where things are going well. So this is going to...
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Nuggets really take control here.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the power on that throwdown.
Unreal.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. that wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Here's Dozier. Out to Morris. Three-pointer. And no good that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. The Nuggets leading by 16. Pass to Dozier. Now Rivers. In the corner, it's Morris. From downtown. Rebound by Anthony. Trailblazers have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And, you know, if you only look at the box score for Zach Collins, then you're missing the whole picture. He's a terrific defender.
I agree with you, G.A. I think his scoring is going to come, but obviously they have potent guard play, and that's not much needed. What is needed is on the interior, him being active as a big man and defending around the rim. That is something that Zach Collins is capable of doing.
The pass to Millsap. Dishes to McGee. 6 on the shot clock. Millsap passes to McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And Millsap right now unselfish and looking for guys if they're open.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a 14-point game. It's Powell on the wing. Down low. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Trailblazers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Giles comes in for Collins. Jones checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Powell. Martin with it. Back to Murray. Passes it to Jokic. The tray. That shot, no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Back to McCollum. Here's Simons. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The Nuggets leading by 12. for three. Murray. The rebound by Giles. And it's the Trailblazers on the break.
Well, Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
But Nuggets shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Barton against McCollum. Murray, the pass to Gordon. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
For the Trailblazers, Little comes in for Jones, and Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Trailblazers trail by 12. Lillard dishes to McCollum. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
You give CJ that kind of shot, and he's going to knock it down. He'll exploit the defense all night long.
Murray outside. Jokic kicks to Porter. From past the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Porter's got 6.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Porter with it. Back to Barton. Launches it. And that would have counted, but his shot was... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They lead by 10. And big fellow. And that should do.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. So it's Portland now, trailing by 10. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward spot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And for Portland, they're shooting around 41% on the night. The 17-footer, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
Just so good at rising, firing, and dismantling defenses.
Murray kicks to Jokic. 3-pointer. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got 4 rebounds in this game. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Jokic. And that one is good. And now a 10-point Nugget lead.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
And stolen by Murray. And now Jokic pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Near the 3-point line, it's Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. 8 points for Michael Porter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Barton against McCollum. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. At one point, they led by 16. Trailblazers trail by 12. Cullen passes to Lillard. That three off the mark. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Pass to Jokic. To the inside. Nurkic with the block.
At 7 feet tall, Nurkic, not easy to get around. That time throws that one away.
Goes up the baseline. Kicks it to Powell. A three ball. Good on the three-point shot. Powell's got it back down to single digits for the Trailblazers. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcomed with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific play.
3 terrific kids, you're right. Denver leading by 9. McGee with it. Hands are covered. Lets it go from deep. The putback. It's good on the putback.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Portland's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. There's Hollis Jefferson. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Now, here is Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And here's Millsap from the arc. And he's good on the three ball. And the Nuggets lead by 14.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Simons, covered by Morris. Anthony's shot is off.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Dozier. But they recover it. Pass to Rivers. There's the triple. And Cantor pulls it down. And for Portland, they're shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. And there's the pass to Simons. Goes back up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Paul Millsap picks one up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And from the line a season ago, 73%.
Campazzo. Off target from outside. 1 second left. Oh, and he beat it.
Did they just do that, Kevin? They just did.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. We'll return shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Paul Millsap out there with Green. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Rivers.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Anthony in the corner over Green. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut back down to single digits on a much-needed basket there from Anthony. Now Morris. Campazzo. The three-pointer, no good. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Lillard with the bucket.
Well, off the bounce, we know he's good, but off of the kickouts, he can still get it done. That one rings true.
The Nuggets leading by 7. Campazzo, covered by Lillard. Out to Morris. Passes to Rivers. Denver passing it around. Shot clock at 5. Here's Millsap. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
Well, right now, Millsap taking on the challenge and going right at him.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Here's Nurkic. He's checked in for Zach Collins. Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons. Barton, no luck.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Portland, no good that time either.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Trailblazers trail by 9. Powell, the pass to Lillard.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Barton dishes to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Well, Will Barton always going full speed. That time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Murray surveying the D. Nurkic with the steal. One-on-one here. And here's McCollum for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, that's a go-to for CJ. He looks to spray it from three-point line as much as he possibly can.
Murray, the pass to Porter. Barton trying to get open. Porter, no luck.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Powell finds McCollum. Lillard outside. Back to Powell. A 3. And another 3 for Portland.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Murray outside. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter. Right side, Gordon. Barton against McCollum. Barton kicks to Jokic. True on the 14-footer. That's 12 points for Jokic.
Nice looking mid-ranger there from Jokic. Money in the bank from that spot.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard outside. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Fires the 3. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
Look at your watch. It's Lillard time.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. At one point, they led by 16. Jokic inside. Working on Nurkic. Jokic, no good. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Got it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And it's Murray penetrating. Yes!
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Lillard outside. Over Murray. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. Out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Ibaka in at the 4 spot. And for the Nuggets, they've got Porter. Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. From deep, George. The shot that time, not on target. Now Denver takes it the other way. Barton passes to Gordon. Inside, Jokic. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector. Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and time.
The Nuggets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And Jokic drops them both.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Clock at 2. Here's Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Seeing George spread the wealth and picking up the assist, I think he's a better player when he's sharing the ball like that.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Jokic against Zubac. To the paint. Here's Murray. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You know, if you get open, you can bet that Jokic is going to find you. His floor awareness is off the charts.
Now Beverly. Back to George. Fires for 3. Porter pulls it in. Down low. Here's Murray. And the layup falls. Murray's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Murray locked in on the task at hand, not allowing the defense to bother his shot at all.
Outside, George. Here's Morris. It's hauled in by Gordon. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Gordon.
Guys, I like the hustle from Jokic. I mean, this guy knows exactly how to get to his spots in transition.
George looking over the floor. Shoots over Barton. George finds Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. For 3. And Paul George with the 3.
Really difficult to contain Paul George in these pick and roll sets because of his speed. I mean, that's one element that gives him a great advantage. He's really good at making decisions in tight spaces and in these pick and roll situations.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. He would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Here's Ibaka. That shot is off. And Denver the other way now. Millsap kicks to Morris, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. Jackson against Morris. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Kennard, the pass to Batum. Jackson with it. And McGee picks him up defensively. That one goes in.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
On the wing, Morris. Guarded by Jackson. Rivers dishes to McGee. And stolen by Cousins. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Leonard finds Batum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Very hard not to leave your feet defending against Batum. Tough to bother his shot otherwise.
Good on both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
And here is Morris. Fires the 3. Batum grabs the miss. Here's Jackson. And the shot goes down.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Near the three-point line, it's Morris. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time? At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nuggets lead by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the
Southwest. I mean, you need to cure.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. The two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's man in at the 2 spot. From the arc, gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 6 points.
Right there, I think you got to try and run George off his spot. I mean, he's a lights-out long-distance shooter and has great confidence.
To the inside, Morris. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Outside, George. Tips it, and Ibaka is right there.
And the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Back to Morris, stolen by Beverly. George against Rivers. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And that one, good. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
And go figure is right.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Murray, the pass to Barton. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Jokic. Rebound by the Clippers.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Porter against Leonard. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Murray kicks to Barton. To the middle. Batum with the steal. Jackson from long range. Push up that time, not on target. And the Nuggets going the other way.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Kennard finds Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Releases. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Murray.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Here's Leonard, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen, can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
Bol, he's checked in for Porter. Murray dishes to Barton. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half. The Nuggets shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. And the technical free throw is good.
You know, Jokic really burst on the scene during the 2016-17 season, guys. He's a shrewd, smart, tough, versatile center who does just about everything well.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Morris subbed in for Kennard. For Denver, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And, you know, you look at the evolution of Murray, and it's exciting to watch, quite honestly. He's a combo guard. He's got great range and scoring ability, but I like the way he's developing as a playmaker, too.
Beverly for 3. So it's Denver now. Murray outside. He gets it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we read.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They kept at it on both ends. That's all for now.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
We've got Aaron Gordon, Murray out there with Will Barton. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at the center. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. And the pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Down low. Jokic with the steal. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And he goes right over Serge Ibaka and slams it down.
You know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game. Always looking to bring the thunder.
Here's Zubac. Back to Beverly. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
And the basket by Gordon.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Inside. Here's Ibaka. And good that time. Ibaka's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Here's Murray, and he lays it straight in. Murray's got 12.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Morris kicks to Beverly. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Offensive rebound. Back to Zubac. Outside for George. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Barton. The shot by George, no good.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Beverly, the pass to Zubats. Banked in off the glass. Zubats has got his second bucket.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees a teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
And an intentional foul right there. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. For the Clippers. Here's Dozier. He's covered by Leonard. Dozier passes to Morris. And the rejection by Cousins.
Well, I love when Cousins uses his reach and strength to stymie shooters. Nice positioning on defense there.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
This is his first free throw of the game.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots. So he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Outside for Jackson. 6 to shoot. Shoots off the step back. That one off the back iron and out. Nuggets have gone 4-6 from the field since the start of the third. And it's McGee with the jam.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Leonard inside. Outside for Jackson. No good with the triple. Denver in the lead. Rivers passes to Dozier. Nice D from Cousins.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Batum finds Leonard over Morris. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Batum. Leonard's got 10 points in the game. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. 35 seconds left to play in the third. McGee. Batum with the steal. Jackson drives in to the paint. Leonard on the wing. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Outside Leonard. A floater. Pass to Batum. Now Leonard. And no good in the last second attempt this time. It's all tied in Denver. And we'll have the... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's man in at the 2 guard. Outside for George. There's the 3. And Ball pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the shot goes in. Murray's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Denver. Passes it to Ibaka. Here's man. To the inside. Throws it down as the official. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Beverly finds Zubats. A miss that time would have put him up. Here's Denver now. Pass to Gordon. The Nuggets moving the ball around to the paint. And the rejection by Ibaka. And he recovers it. They retain possession. Barton wide open. He fires. Jokic passes to Murray. Here's Gordon. And finally, that one's good.
Well, it's easy to admire the aggressiveness of Gordon. This guy is always looking to take it strong to the cup.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Leonard. Now the pass to Zubats. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Barton passes to Murray. Right wing. From about 16, and that one's good. Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Easy to understand why they turn to Jokic in these situations. He has a knack for cashing in on big possessions.
Leonard kicks to Ibaka. Nobody near George. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Murray with it. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, I tell you what, Murray is quite skilled at drawing these types of fouls. He loves getting himself to the line.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Bol comes in for Gordon, and it's Rivers in for Barton. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Morris is checked in. Pass to Beverly. Right side George. Morris outside. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game. So, for the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubats, and it's Leonard in for Marcus Morris. Leonard against Porter. Leonard the pass to Beverly. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Bulls from the top of the key. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
How about the big-time clutch basket from Jokic? No backup in him, despite the major pressure.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. 52 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Down low. Ibaka, the pass to Batum. Outside, George. Over in the corner, Beverly. No good from outside.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Here's Bol.
And the size Bol has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a three-point game. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. Outside Leonard. Outside for Batum. Passes it to George. Over in the corner, Batum. Leonard, that's for two. Missed.
An active player who just takes pride in his defense.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
Bye.